Your secrets, if you really look at yourself, you would be speechless. What happened to being doctors and teachers? What happened to being your brother's keeper? Nowadays, kids more worried about the.
It's your girl Heat, and you watching BandClap TV.
You're in the mix with the DJ always banging the real hip hop. DJ
BandClap. Yo, my men and my women, don't forget about the dean. This is not the most the king. Yo, my men and my women, don't forget about the dean. This is not the most the king. Yo. 3 weeks since you were looking for your friend, the one you let hit it and never called you again. Remember when he told you he was about to Benjamins? You act like you ain't him, they give him a little trim to begin. How you think you really gon' pretend like you wasn't down and you called him again? Plus when you give it up so easy, you ain't even fooling him. If you did it then you probably talking out your neck saying you're a Christian, a Muslim, sleeping with the gin. Now that was the sin that did Jezebel in. Who you gonna tell when the repercussions spin? Showing off your ass cause you thinking it's a trend, girlfriend. Let me break it down for you again. You know I only say it cause I'm truly genuine. Don't be a hard rock when you really are a gem, baby girl. Respect is just the minimum, nigga. And you still defending them now. Lauren is only human. Don't think I haven't been through the same predicament. Let it sit inside your head like a million women in Philly pen. It's silly when girls sell their souls because it's sin. Look at where you be in. Hair weaves like Europeans, fake nails done by Koreans.
I woke up out that coma 2001. About the same time Dre dropped 2001. 3 years later the album is done. Aftermath presents Nigga with an Attitude Volume 1. Rap critics politicking, wanna know the outcome. Ready to die, reasonable doubt and doggy style in one. I feel like Pac after the Snoop Dogg trial was done. Dre behind that G-series and all eyes on me. I watched the death of a dynasty, so I told Vibe magazine. Working with Dr. Dre was I had visions of making a classic. Then my world turned black, like I was staring out of Stevie Wonder's glasses. It's kinda hard to imagine, like Kanye West coming back from his fatal accident to beat making and rapping. But we the future. Whitney Houston told me that, and it's gonna take more than a bullet in the heart to hold me back.
Yo, my men and my women, don't forget about the dean. This is not the most the king. Yo, my men and my women, don't forget about the dean. This is not the most the king. Yo.
Dear Lord, can you hear me? Tell me what to say to my unborn seed. In case I pass away, will my child get to feel love? Or we all just cursed to be street thugs? Cause being black hurts. And even worse if you speak first. Living my life as an outlaw, what could be worse? Cause maybe if I tried to change who I'm kidding, I'm a thug till I die. I'm a rider, man, touch bases, eat lunch and flush places. Regular criminal oasis awaits us. If there's a ghetto for true thugs, I'll see you there. And I'm sorry for not being there. Just know your daddy was a soldier. Me against the world, best of boys and all my little girls. To the Lord, I'm eternal. Rest in the peace, peace. Take care of all my seeds and my unborn children. Yo, my men and my women, don't forget about the dean. This is not the most the king. Yo, my men and my women, don't forget about the dean. This is not the most the king. Yo.
Oh, Lamar, Hail Mary, your marijuana times is hard. Pray with the hooligan, shadows all in the dark. Fellowship with demons and relatives, I'm a star. Life is one funny motherfucker. A true comedian, you gotta love him, you gotta trust him. I might be bugging, infomercials and no sleep. Introverted by my thoughts, should you listen, it gets deep. See, once upon a time inside the Nicholson Garden Projects, the object was the process of digest poverty's dialect. Adaptation inevitable, gun violence, crack spot, federal policies, rape builders and drug professionals. Anthony was the oldest of 7, well respected, calm and collected. Laughing and joking made life easier. Hard times, mama on crack. A 4-year-old telling his nanny he needed her. His family history pimping and banking. He was meant to be dangerous. Clacked him a grip and start slanking. 15 scraping up his jeans with quarter pieces. Even got some air from a smoker last weekend. Dodger policeman working for his brick on me. Small time hustler graduated to a brick on him. $10,000 out of for project housing. That's on the daily. Seen his first meal, 20 years old. Had a couple of babies. Had a couple of shooters. Caught a murder case. Fingerprints on the gun, they assuming, but witnesses couldn't prove it.
Don't forget about the dean. This is not the most the king. Yo. Yo. My men and my women, don't forget about the dean. This is not the most the king. Yo. My men and my women. Yo. My men and my women, don't forget about the dean. This is not the most the king. Yo.
All right, y'all. So we back. So this isn't a podcast or a rant video. I just wanted to come on here and just let y'all know that your boy has been diligently working, trying to get some things set up for y'all. So that way things can be a little bit more professional when it comes to the services that I offer and stuff like that. And also I have a really, really big announcement that I want to make with this as well. So we got a lot to talk about, but before we get into it, my baby girl trying to alchemist want to give us some motivating and encouraging words as we go about our day-to-day. So what is it that you want to share with us, sister?
So this is Trying the Alchemist, TR7NE on Instagram, and you're now watching BandClap TV. And my motivational message for today is, don't let anybody lower your mood. If you're in a great mood, keep yourself on that higher octave and don't let the lower vibration take you over. Yes, all moods are supposed to be experienced and felt, but if you feel good, stay feeling good. And that's it. Peace.
Yo, you are so right. That is very, very true. Super true. So, all right, y'all. My first big announcement is that the bandclaptv.com website, which is something that I'm still working on, and this is going to be a never-ending project for me. But if you type in www.bandclaptv.com, it'll prompt you to my new website. So on this website, you'll be able to schedule your consultations on here. The Cash App and the PayPal links are hyperlinked. So that way, if you're on your phone or something like that and you go to the site, it'll directly send you to Cash App. So that way you could pay me. And also it'll directly send you to PayPal. Now, if you have a different form of payment that's not on this site, then you can always email me at shopmeliamar.com. But I kind of wanted to use this site to kind of cut out a lot of things, because I know when people email me, they would email me and ask me, what do the readings entail, how much they cost, how long they are, what is an example of a type of reading that I'm offering. And I'm starting to see that not everybody has an Instagram and not everybody has a Snapchat where I can just send them to that and they can look at my many reviews that I have on those platforms. So what I wanted to do is compress a small site together just so you can get a brief synopsis of the different things that I offer. As you see, there's some things on there that's coming soon, and I will be making announcements on all of my platforms to let you all know when new features and new things on my website is online. As you can see, I'm about to start venturing out and doing couple readings as well as relationship compatibility readings and stuff like that, which I'm very excited about. So I can't wait to start doing those. And as you can see in front of you, I tried to make this as interactive as possible. As you can see, not only on each consultation landing page, you have a video review of what a session would kind of be like. You got some reviews at the bottom, some customer reviews that I've added as well from the various clients that I've done readings with since November of last year. But the one thing that I really want to take you all's attention to for a minute is this section right here that says sign up for my new class. And yes, you've heard right, I do got a class that's coming up. And this was just a product of me being able to network with the right people. And this is also a testament to when you're out here doing this spiritual work, you don't really know who's actually watching you. So it's best to put your best foot forward and have a really, really good impression, put out very quality content. And I actually got approached by this professor through email, and me and her has been planning stuff out, and we've been talking, trying to get some things packaged for a while now. And last weekend, I was able to teach my first class using her platform, which is a school that she's so gracefully put together. And she's been doing this for a while. So me and her, we linked up, and on April the 12th, I will be coming out with a on-demand online course, and it's going to be about shadow work and getting to know your inner child, because I really feel like that this is something, especially in this time that we're in now, this is something that a lot of people are going to be doing right now. They're going to be going within, they're going to be doing that shadow work. So what better way for me to reintroduce this information that I've been talking about really since 2018 and 2019? What better way to repackage all of that game and all of those gems that I dropped in those 5 videos than to do this class? So I'm very excited about it. I know that you all will be very excited about it. Even though I got the videos on it, this information is going to be some new information that you can add along with the videos, and you'll also have different activities and worksheets and different things that you can do on your own. So this is going to be a legit class, and it's very informational, and I dropped a lot of gems. And the beautiful thing about this is, as you can see, the prices of my readings are going up every time I learn new information about how to decipher this natal chart. And the more and more potent my spiritual messages get when I'm communicating with clients, and the more energy that it takes out of me to do these things, these are going to be scenarios that's going to in turn make me have to rise my prices up. But the beautiful thing about this is, even if you may not be able to get a reading right now, this class is so cheap. Like, for y'all who remember when I used to do readings for $30, this class is even cheaper than that. And the information that you're going to be getting in this class is going to be priceless. I can promise you that. So just to give y'all a little snippet of what you can expect with this class, here's a small clip from the class that I was able to teach on this subject last weekend, so you can kind of just see how I'm going to be coming in this next class that's going to be on April the 12th. And all the information regarding the class is located on the school landing page. As soon as you click on the link on my site where it says sign up for my new class, it'll give you all the information that you would need, how to enroll and all of those things. And I even think on the school page, there's like a little small snippet as well. So without further ado, here's that clip, and then I'll be back.
Like, is it actually a child in you? Like, what is the inner child? Can you give us your definition of that?
So your inner child is the purest part of you. It's the purest part of you. It's kind of like, and Brother Panic talks about this, about the sun, right? You know, you got this big sun, is turning lead into gold and all of that. And in this, you got the sun, which represents the gold, and then you have this little black dot, and that little black dot represents where that gold comes from, which is lead. So we live in this cycle, right? To where we start off at our divine innocence, because we've been an ancestor in the spirit world for so long. So we come back to earth, we start off as our divine innocence. We have our own meaning of right and wrong when it comes to this, cosmically and all of that. And then, we get introduced to these things called baby brains, and 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. And, we have to learn how to operate in this new planet that we're in. And, along with the music media manipulation, along with the indoctrination of you going to school, along with the indoctrination with the food and the, chemtrails and all this other stuff, you end up, quote unquote, growing up. And the reason that you have to grow up is because the realm that you're in, even though you're very powerful, you're extremely powerful when you're a child, but you don't have the necessary protections, I guess, that you need in order to make it in this system that we're in. You know, that's the reason why a lot of times when your parents, you know, a lot of times our parents, you know, when we're children, we have these elaborate ideas. You know, I want to do this when I grow up. I want to do this, and I want to do this, and you got all these creative things that you want to do as a child, and the parent who's already been indoctrinated, you know, they got this fear-based mentality where they feel like if you pursue that, you may not end up making the money that you need to sustain yourself. So as a protective measure, your parent may say, oh, you need to snap to reality. You need to get a job, or you need to, you know, you need to get your head out the clouds, take them rose-colored glasses off, and get real. Which, in that child's eyes, this is real. Right. This is real. This is me. Like I've done this in previous lifetimes, but you just don't know how to say it yet. You know, so you just start crying. You know, every time your parent crushes your dreams, because that's what it is, you start to cry. And it gets to a point where, you know, that part of you that's emanating that innocence, you start, the older you get, depending on how bad you were indoctrinated, you start to go further and further and further away from that innocent part of you, you know. And then don't let you've gotten molested as a child. Don't let you've gotten raped as a child. You know, don't let you've been in a very abusive childhood to where now your innocence had to be snatched from you. You know, so there's this huge shadow wall, because it's really protecting you, you know, at the end of the day. It's really protecting you, because this is just my conjecture. If this system of soulless beings found out a way to hook you up to a machine and extract your soul from you, they would do it. And that's honestly how I feel. But since they can't extract it from you, they put these different things into your life so that part of you ends up getting lost. But it's not really lost. But I'm gonna go through that on the next slide.
Okay. Wow, thank you. That was really deep. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so what is the importance of reuniting with your inner child?
So the importance of reuniting with your inner child, because and this goes back to that Will Smith song, Parents Just Don't Understand. You know, parents just don't understand. But your inner child is where you get that sense of joy, that sense of fun, that sense of being able to look at the simple things and be able to find joy and happiness and stuff like that. You know, that creative spark that derives specifically from source. You know, that's what the importance of reuniting with your inner child. Because the older we get, you know, and I talked about this in my video about how Papa Legba and SU represents your inner child and stuff. And I talked about how, you know, when you're a child, you know, and your parents, you know, say you're like a little child and your parents get you like a ball for Christmas, or your parents might get you a bike for Christmas or something like that. You know, you're naturally so humble and you're naturally just so excited, like, oh my God, like, you know, you could have a box and a stick and some wrestling men. And in your mind, you're going down a roller coaster and your wrestling men are your friends and stuff that's going on a roller coaster with you, and you just having this adventure with just a box, and a stick and some wrestling men. Now, the older you get, and the more you get out of touch with that inner child, because now you have to focus on the things of this world. You know, you got to focus on that now. So, you know, remember well, I'm not gonna talk about that, but Brother Panic, he always talked about how important it is when you're a child, the playtime you get. Because I remember Aaliyah You know, she's one of the most creative. She was one of the most creative R&B singers of our generation. But the reason why she was so creative, and she said this in an interview, was because, you know, she had a really, really good childhood. You know, she was able to play, she was able to dream. You know, her parents didn't limit her to the things that she can do and the things that she can't do. So y'all see how I'm coming. Y'all see how I'm coming, you know? So y'all see how it's gonna be with this class, because I know a lot of y'all haven't fathomed what things will be like in a classroom setting with me being a teacher. And it's something that I haven't really fathomed either, because I don't even call myself a spiritual teacher. But I can't lie, I had so much fun doing this, and y'all are really gonna enjoy yourselves. It's gonna be about a 3 to 3.5 hour course. There's gonna be a lot of information. So definitely, like Steve the Dean Williams say, get your crayons out, get your notepads out, get in a nice, comfortable spot on your couch or in your bed or wherever you go to when you want to really take in some good knowledge, and sit back and enjoy the lesson. Y'all mean. So for y'all who just saw me streaming on YouTube, I had to go ahead and take that video down because YouTube was lagging too much. And I know the reason why it's lagging, because everybody's streaming right now. So I probably should have did this earlier in the day, but I had to make this site. So it took me a little time, but I was finally able to get it done to the extent of the way it is right now. And like I said, I'm going to be updating this as much as I can. I know that the main dream and the main goal is to create my own website from the ground up, but hey, you got to start somewhere, right? So this is all I wanted to come on here and talk about. I think the next video that's going to be coming up is going to be the Pumbagita and Eshu Queen and Slim. Don't quote me on it, but I'm thinking that might be what's coming up next. Then after that, we got a new video that I might do talking about the goddess Ashira. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yo, I don't know why Ashira, the star goddess, says sprinkle, sprinkle, but that should be funny. I haven't listened to her since, 2015? And I just randomly went on her live stream the other day, and every time somebody said something to her, she was like, sprinkle, sprinkle. That shit was super funny. But nah, I know what y'all thinking. No, this video is not going to be talking about Ashira, the star goddess. This video is going to be talking about Ashira, the tree goddess. And the reason why she says sprinkle, sprinkle, because the goddess Ashira in a lot of ancient texts is known as God's forgotten wife. So we always like to talk about how beautiful the Garden of Eden was, and how God and Adam and Eve and Lilith at one time was in the Garden of Eden that had the fountain of youth and the tree of life and the tree of knowledge. But no one likes to talk about who was the feminine presence that kept that garden watered, who made sure that the trees were properly taken care of, and who made sure that the plants and everything got the water that it was supposed to get, and all of that stuff. So that's going to be the next thing that I'm going to talk about very, very soon. I hope everyone is doing well right now. I hope everyone is staying safe. I know we got a lot going on, but like I always say, be sure, if you can, to help your fellow brother and sister out, whether that means patronizing their business, to all of my entrepreneurs out there, and even donating to YouTubers or to people that you really, really dig their information and you want them to keep putting out content, you know, because at the end of the day, everything is an exchange of energy. Y'all give me love and support, I put out more videos, and in turn, somebody that I probably would never meet or would never talk to, my message to that somebody will be so beneficial and probably answered some things that they was probably going through in their life. So y'all see how the domino effect is when it comes to helping people out and stuff like that. And like I always say, make sure y'all follow me on Instagram, BandClap TV. Make sure y'all go to my new website, www.bandclaptv.com. Check out my site. You can go on there and learn more about my consultations, and you can schedule them there. And if you have any other questions, you can still email me at shopmellyamar@gmail.com. So say if you filled out your client form and you paid your payment, but something happened to where I didn't receive the email on my end, don't hesitate to email me. I'm not that big of a celebrity yet that I'm getting so many emails that I can't reply back. Now, I really hope that I didn't just jinx myself with that. Watch. The next couple days, I'm about to get bombarded. So I really appreciate y'all. I really love y'all. And like I always say, BandClap TV, we out and stay shining. Stay shining.